Meet John Ashton, born to Marvin J. and Norma Ashton right here in Salt Lake City.
When I was very young, the doctor told my parents that I had type U blood. As I was growing up, my parents took me to the U basketball games in Heiner Nielsen Fieldhouse, and then we went to the football games in the old stadium long before we'd ever heard of these guys, Rice and Eccles. I went to high school and I majored in basketball and football and Utah athletic activities. And then when I graduated from Highland High School, I took my 2.6 grade average to the U, and they actually let me in. And I think part of my story is that over the next 50 years, I think I've let the U into me.
John, of course, received his undergraduate and his law degree from the University of Utah. Very effective local attorney for Quinney Nebeker, was doing great work and could have done that for his whole career, but he chose to work at the Alumni Association.
Ted Kapner and others encouraged me to apply for the University of Utah Alumni Board. After being on the Alumni Board for a couple of years, I was asked for some reason to be the executive director of the Alumni Association. And I thought that sounded kind of interesting, and maybe I'd do it for a few years and see how I liked it. Then 30 years later, I retired.
Along that 30-year path, John left a lasting legacy of accomplishments that continue to benefit the U and its students today.
We set up 5 boards, including, thanks to John Fackler, the MUS board. And through those boards, we've engaged, I think, thousands of people who have had an opportunity to get reacquainted with the U and give back.
In my mind, 2 of the greatest contributions John made was really creating the mechanism to develop hundreds and hundreds of scholarships. The license plate program, of course, was enormously successful, but through other activities that resulted in scholarships and helping young people pursue their education, that's clearly one of his very key contributions. Perhaps the signal contribution that John made to the Alumni Association, though, was recognizing the need for and articulating the value of a new home for the Alumni Association. And thanks to the generosity of the Eccles family, the Cleone Peterson Eccles Alumni House came into being.
The thing that the building does, which is what I tried to do with the Alumni Association, is to engage as many people as you can. And so there's a lot of students that go through the building. There's people from the community that go up through there for various kinds of social events. And of course, the staff and the board of the Alumni Association are there. And it just gives them some wonderful facilities to run the Alumni Association. I'm very grateful for this Founders Day Award because it's from the Alumni Association. I've seen the many very distinguished people that have had this award, and so I'm very grateful. But I'd also like to say that I think this award is also a recognition of the Alumni Association and the many people that have worked there, and board members and MUS members. And so I consider this to be a recognition of the Alumni Association as well.
And while both the alumni and John Ashton are worthy of recognition, tonight is your night, John, and it's well deserved.